Hello, my name is Bethany Stahl, and I am a full-time author and illustrator. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Here I cover all things self-publishing, and if you are looking for tips and tricks about your self-publishing journey, make sure you subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. If you are looking for additional help and information, go over to patreon.com/Bethany Stahl, where you can see a ton more information of behind-the-scenes videos, documents, tips and tricks, courses, and more. So definitely check that out if you are looking for more out of your self-publishing journey. Today, we are going to be talking about AMS marketing, or using Amazon ads, so they are one and the same, for your book. This is going to be designed like a course for you to follow along with me and set up advertising for your book. So if you are ready, let's jump into day one of this course. So we are going to pick your book, whichever one you'd like to use for this, and let's start working. So if you haven't created an Amazon advertising account, go ahead and create one now. And when you sign in, we are going to sign into the advertising console. So once you are signed in, if this is your very first time, let's go ahead and create a campaign. So it's going to be this golden button right here. So I'm going to click Create Campaign. Once this comes up, you're going to have a variety of options. You're going to have sponsored products, sponsored brands, and lock screen ads. For this course, we are going to start off with sponsored products. Once you do get more adjusted to Amazon advertising, and if you have a series, I do highly recommend trying out sponsored brands. They're really cool, and when you look up your book, it shows all of them together, which is really great for series advertising. And I don't necessarily recommend lock screen ads only because they are not as profitable as sponsored products. So let's go ahead and click continue on a sponsored products campaign. All right, once this comes up, we are going to have to pick a campaign name. I personally like labeling it the book name. So I'm going to be using Save the Ocean, so STO. And then we are going to be doing a manual advertising campaign. So I will put an M for manual, and then today's date. So doing that, I will be able to immediately see, oh, this is for Save the Book. It's a manual campaign, and this is when I launched it. So if you are using portfolios, you are able to put it within a portfolio. I do create a portfolio for every single book. That way I can see how well each book is performing. To create a portfolio, back on that previous page we were on, it will be up at the top and it will say Create Portfolio. We can do start and end dates for this one. Let's just try and run this campaign for 1 month. So I'll set it to 1 month away. And our daily budget, we are going to do $5. Now we are going to do manual targeting, and we're going to choose dynamic bids down only. What this means is you will only spend whatever you bid or less. You will never spend more. By allowing them to spend less, they may not spend your full budget, which is great for you because you will still get the placement, but you will not pay as much. If you do up and down, it will go over what your maximum bid is by 100% maximum. So I don't necessarily recommend that just because you can start spending more than you are intending to. And then fixed bids won't change your bid. But if you do dynamic bids down only, you can have the opportunity to spend less versus spending what you put. So I always say spend what you put or less. So dynamic bids down only. Here we have our custom ad text or a standard ad. This comes into play when you want to have a little bit of text underneath your ad. I have tried this both ways. I haven't necessarily noticed that one performs better than the other, but bad ad text does always perform worse than good ad text or no text. So if you do end up creating a custom text ad, you can do so, but make sure you use something very compelling to get people to click on your book and not scare them away. For this ad, we will try custom text. So down here, you can add a book to advertise. So I'm going to find Save the Ocean and the paperback. So I'm going to add that in. And then I am going to be doing keyword targeting versus product targeting. So keywords is putting in keywords to target versus product targeting. You can choose specific books to target. Both can be beneficial. I have found keyword targeting is more beneficial, but don't be afraid to try product targeting. So let's do that keyword targeting. Now you may have different keywords being recommended to you. I've done a test of using only their recommended keywords and seeing if that gets me any clicks, and it's gotten me nothing. So I do recommend using your keywords versus using their recommended ones. Of course, if they have a good keyword, go ahead and put it in, but finding your own is going to be key to your success. So when you are looking for keywords, what I highly recommend is targeting whoever is best-selling in your category. So when you are on Amazon, you can go over and browse children's books. And I just recommend going through the categories that pertain to your book, and finding specific titles or authors or keywords that pertain to you. So right now, best-selling amongst all children's books is no surprise. It's Adam Wallace, who is the author behind the How to Catch series. And he has been successful with every single book he writes in his How to Catch series, which has been amazing. So if your books are similar to his, definitely target him and his books. But keep browsing through the bestsellers, and I recommend finding 3 categories that pertain to you and your book. Finding those categories and then targeting the bestsellers in those categories is going to be key. So 3 categories. Within those 3 categories, take the top 100, yes, 100 titles and authors, okay? That's going to give you 600 keywords for those 3 categories, and then that's going to be your first campaign. Once you have those keywords, go into Enter List. Paste all of those keywords into this list, and then you can choose the match type. So broad, phrase, or exact. I recommend doing only broad for this campaign. However, try the others out when you want to. But for this campaign, we're going to do broad for all of those keywords. Now right here where it says suggested bid, we're going to go for a custom bid. And we are going to put this at 25 cents. So before you click add keywords, make sure you put that 25 cents and then go here and add all your keywords. You will see them populate right here. And then you can scroll down to your custom text. So here it gives you an example. Wit meets murder in this collection of classic crime capers. Will Sherlock save the day? So that is good custom text. What you can do is compare other popular books. So if you have a similar book to, again, we'll use Adam Wallace since he's best-selling. We can say How to Catch a Leprechaun meets Goodnight Moon in this new tale, you know, so you can use examples like that, but you want to write something catchy. You want to write something that draws people in. You can use a quote here. Quotes have performed well by notable people. So we can say something along those lines. Now, if you want to test if your custom text performs better or worse than other custom texts, what you can do is create a complete duplicate of this ad set and then only change your custom text. That is how you will be able to see if one text blurb performs better or worse than another text blurb, because that will be the only difference between those 2 sets of ads. Once you are ready, go ahead and launch that campaign. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe.